Hey, sports porchers. It's your hockey Jesus, and I'm back with game 15. The Pittsburgh Penguins at the Carolina Hurricanes. Well, Pittsburgh Penguins fans, tonight might be a new low spot for our Pittsburgh Penguins as they lose to the Carolina Hurricanes 5-1. There was really nothing good about this game from the very beginning. Um, you know, I get it. People are trying to, you know, get some optimism in there by saying, we outplayed them in the first period. We outshot them, which was true. We outshot them in the first period 10-4. We were outshooting them 24-13 in the second period. And normally that's good news for the Pittsburgh Penguins, but they were down 4-0 by the end of the second period, and they were down 2-0 by the end of the first period. And that's never good. It's just never good when you have that many shots on goal and you don't get it in the net. Lizotte got in the goal for his second of the year. He's been good for the Penguins. I really like the way he plays his game. I know he's a little smallish, but hey, he plays with a little bit of fire. I think he's a good bottom six guy to keep in the lineup. Most everybody else was either noticeable because of how terrible they played. I'm putting Carlson and Pedersen into that category, and others get put into that category because they just didn't do anything. First line for the first time was pretty much inactive most of the game. They had a couple good opportunities on one power play. Not that 4-minute power play. That was atrocious. But the 2-minute power play after that, I thought they had some good opportunities. But for the most part, the Pittsburgh Penguins looked terrible tonight. Everybody knows Carolina is going to be a playoff team. They look like a great playoff team. This game reminded me, unfortunately, a lot of that Edmonton game and certainly of that New York Rangers game in game one. I'm hoping that those three games are going to be the worst games of the season. I see Carlson speaking on a television now. I'm scared for what that guy has to say because he has no clue what he's doing out there in a defensive way. He does sure have a nice mustache, though, so he takes care of that mustache really well. Um, Tonight, I was actually pretty active on Twitter tonight, and if you do want to follow me, it's at Burgerman. It's Burger Burgher Man Man. I'm on the X. I was a little critical of something the Penguins tweeted out when Cody Glass got injured, and I apologize for that. I should have backed off of that. Anytime somebody gets injured, that's not a reason to celebrate, and I feel terrible about that. Funny enough, I think it was Cody Glass's dad said class act. He ain't wrong. That was a terrible thing to say. I apologize for those remarks on Twitter/the X. But the deal with Cody Glass is I don't believe, I'm just going to say it out loud, I don't believe he belongs on this Pittsburgh Penguins team. We have much better, younger talent that needs to be up here. I get it. They got him from Nashville for a song and a dance, and they're giving him a chance. But when you are a -2 in 4 minutes and 17 seconds of play, I'm going to say it like it is, and that's not a good night for him. I'm sorry he got injured, but that's still not a good night for him. He needs to do better if he wants to be a part of this Pittsburgh Penguins rebuild. And let's face it, we know we've been in rebuild for a while. It was clearly made known when we traded Jake Gensel last year, and this year the rebuild continues. Unfortunately, we thought some of those major pieces were going to be contributors like Carlson, and he's been nothing but terrible on defense. So the Pittsburgh Penguins lose tonight 5-1 in Carolina to a really good, excellent Carolina team. I would be remiss if I didn't say something about Jack Roslovic. Had a great game tonight. Really deserved the Hattie, but Ned decided to play some goalie in the second and third periods. That's the problem with games like this when you have them back to back. You can't pull the goalie. Ned was in there for the whole time. He ended up with a 737 save percentage. Um, I'm not even going to pronounce the other goalie's name correctly, but he played pretty phenomenal for Carolina. But he's not the reason they won tonight. the reason they won tonight was because Pittsburgh Penguins do not know how to play defense, and they got to figure out how they're going to do this against really good teams. Otherwise, it's going to be more of the same for the Penguins all year long. So tonight, the Pittsburgh Penguins lose to the Carolina Hurricanes 5-1, and they're back at it. We got a back-to-back. We're back at it tomorrow night. We play in Washington. Washington is also tops of the Metro. You can see we haven't won a Metro game yet, and that's going to be a problem for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So I'll be back tomorrow night. Hopefully you'll be here. I'm gonna say it like it is. I'm gonna say it loud, and I'm still gonna say it proud. Let's go, Pens. Keep the faith, people, and I'll see you tomorrow night.